Okay, so Sean just drove a T-post in the ground here, and then we just slipped this collar. It's just a 2-inch, what was it? 2-inch what?
2-inch non-pressure PVC pipe.
2-inch non-pressure PVC pipe onto there, just so that the electric wire is not touching the T-post. And then we put, right now we've been just putting 2 of these step-in posts right at the base. And then Sean, can you show me how you zip tie them? In case anyone's looking. So we zip tie once around the top, and then actually when we come through with the sheep, we zip tie again right around like the middle area so that we can hook. This is really to hook our reels onto and just hold it steady. And so you turn this one so it's facing out. Okay, good. And then can you show them how you string it from there? Or I can do it. So all we did was hook the handle end onto the wire from the previous day, right where it meets the post, so it's a little bit more secure. And then I just don't have enough of the step-in post right now, or else I would probably just use all these. So we just come around. We do like the 5th clip up. You just clip onto it. Oh, can you clip that again? And we just pull that tight, and that is gonna get strung all the way back down to the end where there's another PVC post. I'll show you. And then we will just put step-in posts along the way in this area. Probably about, I don't know, we pace out about 10 steps, 10 big steps, and step one in. And then we're gonna open up where the reel is right here. We're just gonna open actually that section, let the cows through into this section, and then just close it behind them. And they will have this whole area for today. And they actually knew it was coming. As soon as they saw us up near the wire, everybody came up because they knew it was time to move. So now I'm going to show you, when you step them in, these don't, they're going to seem like they step in really easily, which they are right now because it rained. But normally, like what we've been experiencing when it didn't rain, was it was really hard to get them in. So I would recommend anytime you're experiencing a drought or something to figure out where you need to put your posts and put them in anytime it rains. So that's actually one of the reasons we wanted to put the T-posts in now on the corners, because we knew how hard it was to move all this and to get it all set up when it was dry. It was like trying to drive everything into concrete. So let me see if they'll move down here while I have the camera going. Yeah, so this is what we're doing at the end here. We're just stepping in another one of those corner posts, and then we're just going to zip tie it at the top. Actually, go down a little bit, honey. Go down to this section so I can hook that reel easier. And then he's going to hook that reel on. So the line will just get hooked. It's a little easier with cows because they'll really respect that wire a little better. And then when the sheep come, we just add another one. That was just our way of trying to figure out how do we build a fence where there isn't one without having to put a fence in. And now that took, what, how long did that take?
How long?
Just a few minutes. And then we'll just fill up another waterer. Now, if you were doing just cows, you could put your waterer so that half of it goes this way under your wire and half of it goes through the other way, and you can use it in both paddocks. And that way you wouldn't have to refill the water quite so frequently, and that's a lot easier. And then, but this is our wire. This is the section that they're going to be in, and then I'm just going to move them now. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Come on. Come on. Come on. And then just move on to the new pasture. They see the wire and they'll just start eating. So they have their water here. They have this whole strip, and we'll just close up this wire behind them. And then later on, the sheep will get this area. And that's it. It took me 7 minutes to make this video. And although I paused a couple times, it probably took us 10-15 minutes to put all the posts in, set up the new area, and move them in total. So it's a little bit longer with sheep because for us we have the 3 lines and they're just being trained. If you had sheep that were trained to 1 wire, it would take probably the same amount of time. They move very quickly, but for us, totally new farmers who got these cows a week ago, 15 minutes to move them. 15 minutes, Sean?
Yeah.
All right. And that's it. So that's how we move our cows out on pasture when we have no fences in our field. And we did push our hay bale over. And we're looking for a way to store them. We don't have a hay barn, but anybody that has suggestions for how to store them, this is our bottom area. And this was where the hay was, and it looks like there's something trying to tunnel underneath the hay, and so I'm not sure if it's fox or something else, but any suggestions for keeping our hay longer would be great. We wanted to move it out of the field where they were. We were leaving them there for a while, and they pretty much were just kind of rubbing against them, but I didn't like the way that they were breaking some of the straps on them. And so for right now, we just kind of moved it over and to the next section, and we could have just put the wire around it, but that's all we're doing for now. And that's it. Good girl, Tilly. Like, subscribe, and share to Full and Family Farm. And follow us to see how this family of 8 is starting a new farm down in the Missouri Ozarks, moving cross country and building our own farm from the ground up, having no experience.